Bhajahū re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajahū re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So, this song Prabhupada recorded 4 or 5 times. And it happens to be also my favorite bhajan. This bhajan, I have given lectures hundreds of times on this bhajan. Because it is so easy to preach on this song. So the first line, Bhajahū re mana. The author is speaking to his own mind. Because in any kind of yoga, mind is the most important thing. Unless the mind is controlled, no spiritual advancement. Doesn't matter what yoga process. You have to control the mind by yourself. So the author is speaking to his mind. Let us cooperate. Let us work together. Let us be fixed at the lotus feet of Sri Nanda Nandana. Everybody repeat that. Sri Nanda Nandana.
Sri Nanda Nandana.
That can only mean Krishna. Because Balaram is actually the son of Vasudeva. So Nanda Nandana means the son of Nanda. That can only be Krishna. So the key word here, Abhay. Repite por favor, Abhay. Fearless. If you fix yourself at the lotus feet of Krishna, you become free of fear. As we all know, terremoto. What did we do, Sakshi? We chanted Hare Krishna. Did you not, Naresh? I was in this house, in that other room. And then we heard Naresh in the hall. Krishna, Krishna saved us. Naresh, that was a beautiful moment. I can still hear you calling out. So that's what a devotee does. He takes shelter of Krishna whenever there is danger. And as soon as he takes shelter of Krishna, fearless. Durlava manava jannama satsange. Durlava manava jannama satsange. Taroho e bhava sindhure. Taraha e bhava sindhure. Durlabha manava janma. The author is saying, human life is very rarely gotten.
Autor dice, la vida humana es muy raramente obtenida.
The Vedas teach us there are 8,400,000 species of life.
Los Vedas nos enseñan que hay
8.400.000
especies de vida.
Only 400,000 are human.
400.000 solamente son
And
humanos.
out of those 400,000 human, those who are civilized is even less number.
De esos 400.000, los que son civilizados son incluso menos.
Civilized means they follow a system of religion.
Civilizados quiere decir que sigan un sistema de religión.
And those who actually follow their religion,
Y aquellos que realmente siguen su religión,
poquito, pequeño, poquito. Most people, they say, I'm this religion, that religion, but they don't practice.
muchas personas dicen yo soy de esta religión o de esta otra religión, pero no practican.
So, the author is saying, you have gotten this rare human birth.
Entonces el autor dice, ustedes han obtenido esta rara vida humana.
Your priority,
Su prioridad,
Sat Sangha.
satsanga.
This is Satsanga,
Esto es satsanga.
association with devotees.
Asociación con los devotos.
Devotee is someone who accepts God.
Devoto es alguien que acepta a Dios.
That's a devotee.
Eso es un devoto.
God is my master, I am his servant.
Dios es mi mamá, yo soy su
Taraha e bhava sindure. Thank you. If we take shelter of Krishna in the association of devotees, you can cross over the ocean of birth and death. Same thing Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. I recommend you memorize Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse 14. Daivi hi esha gunamayi. Repeat. Mama maya duratyaya. Mam evaye prapadyante. Mayam tesham. See, I forgot the letter. Mayam etam tarantite. Thank you. Krishna covered me so that you would get to service. So what is it again? Mayam etam. So here it's Toroho. In Bhagavad Gita, Taranti. This is Bengali, that is Sanskrit. It's the same exact meaning.
En Bengali es tarojo y en sánscrito es taranti.
So,
El mismo significado.
Krishna's verse is, material energy insurmountable. Material energy insurmountable. What is? Only one way to cross over.
Solamente una forma de cruzar.
Surrender to Krishna.
Rendirse a Krishna.
What's Sanam? What is the simplest, easy way to surrender to Krishna? Okay, wait. Let's all do it. The Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
As I said in the very beginning, the first thing I preached, chanting.
Lo primero que predique, cantar.
Spiritual life begins with this hearing and chanting.
La vida espiritual comienza con cantar y escuchar.
Chita atapa patabarishana edina jamini jagire. Vipale se venu kripana durajana. Vipale se venu kripana durajana. Chapala Sukalabha Lagire. So in this second verse, the author gives a very honest analysis of material life.
El autor da un análisis muy honesto de la vida material.
Material life is described by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita.
La vida material está escrita en el Bhagavad Gita por Krishna.
Dukalayam ashasvatam. Repeat.
Kalayam ashashvatam.
A temporary place of suffering. So, you have to tolerate so many dualities.
Tenemos que tolerar muchas dualidades.
Heat and cold,
El frío y calor,
the summer, the winter.
el invierno,
You're always uncomfortable in the material world.
siempre estamos
Like right now,
como ahora.
some of you are thinking,
Algunos están pensando,
when are we going to eat?
no vamos a comer.
We've been the guy's sitting on a nice sofa where we're sitting on the floor. Could the guy give us a break, you know? He's been speaking for 2 hours. Hello? Hasn't he said enough? I know what it's like, trust me. I've been in 6-hour lectures, I know. I don't do that. So you have to tolerate so many dualities.
Que tolerar muchas dualidades.
Then in the material world,
En el mundo material,
you have to work for mean, nasty bosses
tenemos que trabajar para jefes que son desagradables.
who squeeze you for every ounce of your energy.
Les estrujan cada poquito de energía que te pueden.
Because they have you.
Porque te tienen sí, de la mano.
You want your paycheck?
Quieren tu cheque, te pagan,
Work till midnight.
trabajan hasta medianoche.
I worked for a regular job for a few years.
Yo trabajé en un trabajo regular por un par de años.
I know the meaning of this verse.
Y yo sé el significado de este verso.
The boss was a Kripana Durajana.
El jefe era un kripana turista.
In America, we have a word, creep.
En América usamos la palabra
So here the Bengali Kripana, same thing, creep. It must have come from this Bengali word, miser.
miserable.
So one time this boss was so demoniac
Y una vez este jefe era tan demoníaco
because it was my job to pass out everybody's paycheck every 2 weeks.
porque era mi trabajo darle los cheques de pago cada 2 semanas a los empleados.
I was like an assistant bookkeeper in the office.
Yo era como un asistente del tesorero.
We had about 15 employees.
Teníamos como 15 empleados.
And so it was usually my job. I would go to everybody and give them their paycheck.
Mi trabajo era normalmente darles ese pago.
But on this day,
Pero este día
the boss said, "Where are all the paychecks?"
el jefe dijo, ¿dónde están todos los cheques?
I said, "Maharaj, they're right here."
Le dijo, imagínense, están todos ahí.
So he said, "Give me those."
Se los pidió,
He took him into his office.
los llevó a la oficina
And then his secretary gave the news.
y la secretaria dio las noticias.
Anyone who wants their paycheck
El que quiera su cheque de pago
has to come see the boss
tiene que venir, ver al jefe,
and explain to the boss
explicar al jefe
why you deserve your paycheck.
por qué merece el pago.
Can you imagine? So everybody had to go in.
Todos debían ir, regresar.
Gurudev. Me, I just had to go in. I said, I don't know what I said, but he didn't have he liked me. I got my paycheck, but other guys he gave a hard time.
Yo entré, no sé lo que le dijo.
I remember a couple of the people, he was yelling at them. You don't deserve this paycheck. You're not working. Me? Oh,
Que eran unas personas a las que le dio mucho trabajo y que tuvieron que rogar.
he knew that I was a Hare Krishna devotee.
No sabía que él era un devoto.
He was always nice to me.
Siempre era bueno conmigo.
You know why he was nice?
¿Saben por qué era bueno conmigo?
I would always glorify him.
Siempre lo glorificaba.
Whenever I had to deal with him,
Siempre que tenía que tratar con él,
I would treat him like Guru Dev.
lo trataba como gurú.
I was always very meek to him.
siempre era muy humilde con él.
And no matter what,
Y sin importar,
I would always tell him,
siempre le decía,
you are the greatest boss I ever had.
eres el mejor jefe que tenía.
You are so intelligent.
Es muy inteligente.
So he said, oh, this boy is very intelligent.
Que él pensaba, este chico,
So I would always get my raise every year.
de que todos los años me aumentaban.
And he never yelled. He was always nice to me.
Nunca me gritaba, siempre era bueno conmigo.
So I learned that flattery gets you everywhere.
Así que aprendí eso, al adular te consigue, te lleva a cualquier lugar.
Now I'm teaching you some of my hidden tricks.
Ahí les estoy enseñando uno de mis trucos ocultos.
Now you know some of my tactics.
Saben algunas de mis tácticas.
And very successful.
Muy
Exitosa.
With my wife,
mi esposa.
Davy. Oh, goddess.
Odias.
See, you can learn so many things from Prabhupada's books.
Aprender muchas cosas en los libros de Srila Prabhupada.
I had lived in the temple for maybe, let's see, 73 to 86, how many? That's 13 years. So I had lived in the temple for 13 years.
Yo he vivido 3 años en el templo.
So at some point I had to get a regular job to maintain my family.
En un momento tuve que encontrar un trabajo regular para mantener a mi familia.
So I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, I've been a Hare Krishna chanting on the streets and Tilak and for 13 years. Now I got to,
Estaba pensando cómo hacer esto. He sido Hare Krishna, rapado, cantando en la calle, 13 años. Que
so I just took whatever I learned from Prabhupada,
tomé todo lo que aprendí de Srila Prabhupada,
what I learned from Bhagavatam,
lo aprendí del Bhagavatam.
and I got to see that actually everything Bhagavatam is saying is true.
Me di cuenta que todo lo que dice el Bhagavatam es verdad.
Everything turned out nice.
Y todo salió bien.
It was like fantastic. I said, wow, this knowledge is really far out.
Fue fantástico. Y dije, oh, de verdad este conocimiento está como súper avanzado.
It works even in the material world.
Inclusive funciona en el mundo material.
Fantastic.
Fantástico.
All right. So it says in this song
Se dice en la canción,
that we have to work for these nasty bosses
por estos jefes.
and the reason we're working for these nasty people is because we're trying to get some flickering happiness.
La razón por la que tenemos que trabajar con estas personas pesadas es porque queremos una felicidad como muy...
Chapalasuka. Chapalasuka means flickering.
Chapal azúcar quiere decir fluctuante.
But we're looking for real happiness.
Nosotros buscamos por felicidad real.
And I've been hearing you lately, right? You're finished, you're done with this Chapalasuka. And I was having lunch today with my good friend Arun, and he was also saying, some people, they're only after money, right, Arun? He said they have no quality of life, right? Remember? All they want is money, but they're sick, they can't even eat 2 chapatis, right? So that's the idea. One should have a balanced life. You should have a balance of, like you're all householders, balance, and I was speaking with you also, same point. Balance. Spend time with Krishna every day, your spiritual life. Spend time at your business. Make money, nothing wrong. But that, you have to have balance. Right? Explique.
Está recomendando que debemos tener un balance en la vida, ¿no? Que hay personas que solamente se dedican a hacer el dinero y trabajar e incluso se enferman físicamente, tienen problemas, no pueden comer, no pueden dormir, ¿no? Entonces, que no hay nada de malo en hacer negocio, en ganar dinero, mantener a la familia, pero tiene que ser todo en balance, no todo en proporción.
Dana Yobana Putra Parijana Ife ki ache para titi ve. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Chalamala. Kamala Dala Chala Jivana Chalamala. Bhajahū Hari Padani Jive. So in this verse, the author Govinda Das points out what Shukadeva Goswami says in the second canto of Bhagavatam. There is the person who neglects spiritual life and simply engages in material life. So such a person takes shelter of fallible soldiers. Instead of taking shelter of Krishna, one takes shelter of their youth, their bank balance, their nation, family, but these things won't save you at the time of death. The only thing that'll save you at the time of death is Krishna. And then he says, Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala. This world is at any moment tottering. Tilting, unstable, like the drop of water on the lotus petal. It does not stay in one place, and it falls into the water. When the two towers in New York City fell down, 9/11, my daughter woke me up just in time to see the second tower. The plane hit. And I saw the tower go. I thought of this line. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala. Same thing with the terremoto. At any moment, this whole apartment could go down. We were saved. But in Japan a couple of years ago, they had big one. Whole village wiped out. So material and right now in many places of the world, bombs are dropping. People are being killed. The modes of nature are getting very, very stringent right now. Everybody's fighting. Don't fight. Stay together as one big family. No fighting. Forgive and forget. No grudges. Forgive and forget. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasyare. Pujana Saki Janat Mani Vedana. Govinda Dasabi Lashare. So in the previous verse, the last line was Bhajahū Haripada Nitire.
En la última verso, en la última línea, era Bhajahū Haripada Nitire.
Which says, let us therefore engage in the service of Hari.
Por eso dediquémonos al servicio de Hari.
So here's how to engage in the service of Hari.
Aquí dice cómo dedicarnos al servicio de Hari.
You're doing the first two right now.
Están haciendo los primeros dos ahora.
Shravana Kirtana.
Shravana y Kirtana.
Hearing and chanting about God.
Cantar y escuchar sobre Dios.
Not about Chilean politics.
No acerca de política chilena.
Hearing and chanting about Krishna.
Cantando y escuchando sobre Krishna.
Then remembering. After you've done lots of hearing and chanting, you do remembering. Right after, we're going to do praying, arti. We're going to do pujan. We will surrender. So all the 9 processes, but the first 2 are the most important. Hearing and chanting.
Después de mucho escuchar, vamos a hacer también recordar, ¿no? Y después, como vamos a hacer más tarde, vamos a hacer puja, arti. Pero los 2 primeros son los más importantes, cantar y escuchar.
The more you do hearing and chanting,
Lo más canten y escuchen,
the more you will progress.
lo más van a avanzar.
Prabhu, actually if you are tired then you can just,
What?
if you are tired you will
All right. Don't worry. Hare Krishna. Are you enjoying? Everybody happy?
Yes.
So should I talk for 4 more hours? No. I'll do 1 song and then we'll have arti and then we go home. Oh, Prashad. All right. My sweet Lord, oh my Lord, really wanna see you, really wanna be with you, really wanna see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, oh my Lord, my sweet Lord, really wanna know you, really wanna go with you, really wanna show you, Lord, that I hope it don't take long, my sweet Lord, oh my Lord, my sweet Lord, really wanna serve you, though I don't deserve you, really wanna serve you, Lord, and I hope it don't take long. Come on, let's chant. Hare. Come on. I really wanna Hare. Keep chanting. You can call on Allah. You can call on Buddha. You can call on Jehovah. Call on Adonai. Say even Jesus. Sweet Lord Jesus. Say in the name of the Lord. Save to me. My sweet Lord, oh my Lord, my sweet Lord, oh my Lord, my sweet Lord, oh my Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord. Talking about my Lord. All right. Very good. So here's what we're going to